is the big old boy.
Good
hey,
to have you, man.
Good.
Nice to meet you, man. I'm Mike.
Brad. I saw you singing.
Oh yeah.
No comment on that.
Like
no comment on
that.
that.
No comment.
Sam just picked this up for the thumbnail that you guys clicked on.
It's not light.
No auto start stop, no cylinder deactivation.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Your gas mileage is gonna go down though.
This is a Badlands, but Mitchell has turned this into more than just a simple Badlands, guys. Yeah, this is a rig. I mean, you can tell a big difference over the base model. So this is one of the new 21 Roush F150's.
They've got some kind of fix to get that noise to stop. I mean,
it literally sounds like the tires break loose. How is it?
It's crazy. Here we go. He's shifting down, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I wasn't ready for that.
Thanks, guys.
Gotta love cool police officers.
Gotta love them.
It's an expensive ordeal, but if you're gonna track this car.
It's amazing. Last time the wind took it that way. This time it took it this way.
Well, I guess today is finally the day. Headed down to Bessemer, Alabama, and I'm gonna get my new Whipple put on this week.
That's right. We're going down to see Mitchell Watts at Town & Country Ford. Mike from Auto Vlog's gonna be there. He's also getting a Whipple on his 21 F150. Guys, this is gonna be an awesome video because we're taking you down to Bessemer with us. We're gonna spend all day with those two guys tomorrow, and we're gonna show you everything we do. Mitchell's brand new Ford GT Carbon Supercar is gonna be in this video. We're gonna do some stuff with that. His new Bronco.
Isn't it a hypercar?
I think it's a hypercar because you can't buy one. I mean, if you can't buy it, I guess that puts it in hyper mode. We're also gonna do some stuff with Mitchell's new Bronco. He's already got a ton of custom mods on that. Mike from Auto Vlog is gonna take the Wolf out for a spin. He referenced us as hillbillies in a video, just like a little Instagram post he put out there. So we're gonna get to see what happens when you put a dude that lives in the north in a Southern boy's truck and see how he likes that 1,000 horsepower to the brain. I mean, it's gonna hit him hard.
You know, on the way down there, we're gonna try to find something to get into on the interstate, so let's hit the road.
Don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. It's gonna be a crazy day. Let's go. So we made it into Alabama. We're gonna do a little 60 roll, my truck versus Sam's stock truck. It's gonna be a bloodbath. This will give us a baseline, and after Sam gets whippled, we'll see how much better his 775 crank horsepower with the Whipple does. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So the hammer don't have a lot for the Wolf yet, but I know after that thing gets tuned up with the Supercharger, it's gonna be a different truck back there. Man, it looks good going down the road.
We made it to Bessemer in one piece.
We're gonna do our dangest to make something big happen tomorrow. We'll see you here in about 8 hours, or like 2 seconds. Up and at 'em, up and at 'em.
What's up, man?
Oh, this is the big old boy.
Good
hey,
to have you, man.
Good win the other
Guys,
night.
Backroad Driver has joined us as well. So we got Auto Vlog, the Backroad Driver. It's gonna be a party at Town & Country. Nice to meet you, man. I'm Mike.
Brad, I saw you singing.
Oh yeah.
No comment on that.
Like
no comment on that.
No comment.
I mean, lots of good Instagram love on that one.
For those of you guys that don't know what
We've
he's
tried it
talking
too.
about,
We've tried it too.
Yeah.
Auto Vlog, when he was
sang-
driving down yesterday, when he crossed the state line into Alabama, he started singing Sweet Home Alabama.
Well, you have to.
It's a good thing you're good at YouTube. That's all I'm gonna say.
So we're pulling Sam's truck in up at TC Customs. It's the top garage up here at Town & Country. There's Mike. He's vlogging. I want to show you his truck in just a second. A couple more things have happened since we got here. So we're gonna actually get to take a ride in the Ford GT today. We get to drive Mitchell's new Bronco that's got a lot of custom stuff on it. There's the new Roush truck here. We're gonna show that to you. We can take that for a drive, show you all the cool things that are different about that. Mike's gonna drive the Wolf, my truck. So this is gonna end up being a pretty epic day for us. and we're pulling in right now. They're backing Mike in. Mitchell is. We're pulling in, so the trucks will kind of be nose to nose right here. They've got their master technician that's going to be installing these 3-liter Whipples. This is Gen 5, and we're some of the first to get them, guys. So let's get out here and check this head unit out.
Thank you, my friend.
Sam just picked this up for the thumbnail that you guys clicked on.
It's not light.
It's together still. So I'll show it to you while he catches his breath. This is the lid. The lid itself is not that heavy, but this is the whole
rotor pack. Everything's in here.
That's all the back. That's the whole dude right there. So that's going on. There's a few other really neat knickknacks over here. You've got your custom Whipple air intake. I don't know if they badge it back here at these points. Maybe somebody can tell me. Matt Meredith, tell me what they're going to do in the comments. And then you got your Whipple throttle body here. Pretty big inlet. So the stage 1 and stage 2, Sam, is that?
That's a stage 2.
Yeah.
The stage 1 uses your factory. This one comes with a, I don't know what size this is.
It's bigger, more bigger.
Mo bigger.
Mo bigger. Obviously you got fuel rails back here. And I guess, I mean, there's just tons of little intricate parts, guys. It's probably a week-long install here. New heat exchanger that'll go in the front. So lots about to change. 775, gonna race some awesome stuff. And we'll show you Autovlog's truck real quick. He's had a lot of things done. These are nose to nose right here if you can't tell. So they'll be able to do the installs kind of one to the other. Same trucks, Lariat Sport 21s.
His is a little bit taller.
Yes, he brought this straight down. Mike, tell us about your truck. So you came straight down to TC Customs after you bought it. We told him Lariat Sport 21.
Yeah, it's a Lariat Sport 21. I ordered it probably, when was it? Like September, and it took a while for it to get here. September 2020, that is. I took delivery in January. 3 weeks later, it was down here. And I'm pretty sure that my truck was the first customer truck in the country, a 21, with the 4-inch BDS coilover kit.
Yep.
You started with what type of wheels from down here?
So I got wheels from them as well. Those were the Fuel Tritons. I really like them, but I had already, you know, decided on getting like a red type style wheel. So we painted.
Now the TC do these badges as well?
They do.
So these are TC Custom badges. I have badges on my truck, guys. They're not as nice as the TC Custom brand. Now these have got, what, 1,000 miles? How far did you drive? 600-700 miles?
Yeah, 720.
720 miles of bugs right here. But these things are beautiful in person. They're perfect. Sam's are wrapped. And they look good, but when you get up close, when you get at 6 inches, they do not look as good as painted. And then my 2018s don't look that good. I got them off Etsy a long time ago.
Right.
Any other mods on the truck so far? You got exhaust.
Yeah, the exhaust, that was them as well. They've done everything.
What exhaust did you put on?
So that's a MagnaFlow. I can't remember what model it is, to be honest with you.
It's the MagnaFlow you can get on the 21.
Yes, that's exactly. And the fun fact is that same exhaust kit. It was this was a prototype kit that we installed for him, but now they're obviously available, and it fits a 15 model through a 2021. So they give you both of the couplings, so that way if you want it for your 16 model, it works.
It still works.
If you want it for the 21, it works too.
So the truck looks crazy. Like this is a big truck, guys. I don't know if you can get a scope of the, like he's on 30, what size tires?
35.
So 35s. Sam's on 33s over there. But on these 35s, guys, you have to go, you got the big Fox shock up there, but you got to trim inside here. And he didn't have to just trim the air dam, he also had to trim the air dam on the inside that drops down. Crash bar in the front's gone, if you can see that on camera. These are his red wheels that he's talking about. They're two-tone, pretty sick looking wheels. And then the exhaust is a dual tip side exit. Sounds pretty gnarly. Just a Coyote with exhaust, period, guys. It's just awesome.
That's what you want.
That's what you gotta do.
The only thing I honestly truly hate about this truck is the stupid cylinder deactivation system. It is poor, especially with an
with an exhaust.
But what's going away? What's going away this week?
I'm hoping the tune just deletes it completely.
We can confirm right here.
Right.
It's gone.
We confirmed with
No,
Nick.
Jesus.
Yep. No auto start stop. No cylinder deactivation.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Your gas mileage is going to go down though.
It went. So that's another thing I didn't really like. It went down from my old truck when it was stock as well. Obviously, when you put these wheels on and the lift kit and stuff, it went down, but it's a lot less than my 2015 that did not have the cylinder deactivation system. It makes zero sense.
Yeah.
It's just bad. I mean, I want the gas mileage to go down because that means I have more power.
That's about to happen.
I don't mind about that, but
Awesome.
yeah.
Let's take a look at some Broncos, guys. So what we got right here is a base model. Base as it gets, Bronco.
They're giving this away.
This is a giveaway.
When they hit 300,000 subscribers on TC Custom, subscribe to their video. I'll put the link to their channel down below, but subscribe to their channel. This is nothing on it. They're gonna do a bunch of stuff and customize it.
Look at the profile of this thing.
It's pitiful. Like, you bought this to put wheels and tires on it and not, I mean, it looks like a mail
It's
carrier.
a blank canvas is what it is. Yeah.
Yep, but right over here,
This is a Badlands, but Mitchell has turned this into more than just a simple Badlands, guys.
he's already been to Super Celebration West, to Denver. They've done all the crazy trails up there. Black Rhino wheels on 37s.
37-inch Falcons. He's got a winch. He's
Custom
got a push
bumper.
bar. He's got some custom lights. These
are cool. When I walk up with the key, let me see here.
So this is a rock slider.
Mitchell just gave us all the keys, so I got to find out which key it is. We got multiple Bronco keys here. I believe it's this one. So if we were to,
I think you opened the door.
well, I had it unlocked. So if I unlock the door and then I go up here and grab at the handle, this, wow. So you got a rock slider, but it also flips a step out. I'm going to show that again, how it flips down. It's a little bit different. So I'll lock the door. Did you see that articulation? So it's not your traditional amp that drops down. Because it's a actual rock slider, that has to go all the way up inside the rock slider there. Pretty cool how they did the applique on the bottom. We're going to drive this in just a second. Let's drive the base first to see how that feels on the little puny base wheels and tires, and then we're going to go drive an off-road beast. He says the lights and a few other things make this whistle just a little bit because it is so big. He's also got, you know, in true Mitchell Watts form, the correct fifth wheel back here, the full-size spare. A lot of people aren't doing
Custom
that.
tag.
Custom tag with TC Custom. I bet when we get in this one, he's going to have the problem when you put a bigger wheel and tire on the back, this doesn't extend far enough. On a Badlands, it came with 35, so it may not be as bad.
But
he's
going
going 37s.
So it's probably the same problem if you got the smaller wheel and tire package and you put 35s on it.
Going to
that
37.
you see it in the camera.
Yep, so you're going to see this tire in the backup camera. He's even got a custom bumper on the rear with some more pod lights.
Yep.
Some fancy hooks up, and he's been on all the trails in this thing. Okay, so coming up in just a second, Mitchell and Mike are in front of us in the Ford GT Carbon with a satin wrap on it. We're going to go ride in that in just a second. There's obviously insurance problems with us being able to drive it. But for now, we're going to ride in this Bronco. We'll follow them out for just a second. That thing's a spaceship. That's not even a real car, guys. That's a hypercar. That's the coolest thing Ford's ever made. And when you see it going down the road, there's just something otherworldly about it. And it's not just the lights and the tailpipes up high. It's, you can look through the car. And there he goes. Wow. Now, it's not fair, and you'll get to hear it when we're in the car in just a second, but it sounds wicked from behind it. He doesn't even hardly, I mean, he barely has that thing broken in at this point.
I don't even think it goes full power yet because it hasn't had, didn't have enough miles on it.
These are hypercar problems. So Sam's driving the 2.3. We've driven one of these before. It's the automatic.
You know, it's basic, drives as you would expect. The handling is okay, it's tight, you know, it just doesn't have a whole lot of body roll or anything. It's pretty base.
It doesn't sound bad in here. We do have a soft top like most everything that's out right now. It doesn't sound bad at all.
With these smaller wheels and tires on here, I mean, this thing drives good around town. I mean, it's not big and hulking like the other vehicle. I'm actually obviously more excited to drive Mitchell's than this.
It's not what you guys are here for. This is base. Let's put you in a Badlands lifted on 37s, and we can snap our fingers and do that. Are you ready? Oh,
Here we are.
Let's do it. So this is one of the cooler looking Broncos I've seen. There's maybe 50, 100 that are fully modded out like this at this point. We've not gotten to ride in one yet. So this is gonna be pretty cool. Definitely up a lot higher. This definitely feels like you're in a gigantic Raptor.
This screen.
The screen is it, dude, and all the buttons. Like, I know it's what, 30 grand more to go all the way up like this?
Probably.
It's all in what you want. Mitchell bought a Badlands and then made it even badder. So we're gonna get the AC kicking and get out on the road. All right, real quick, in like slow driving, just came over a big old bump. Feels awesome. Feels like you could drive over
good
anything.
And cushy.
Yep. It's at low speed, even with these big old humongous tires, it still drives, I would say, awesome.
Yeah.
Not stock. We can hear tires. We're gonna hear lights when we get up to speed, we're told. So yes, this Badlands is definitely a big improvement on seating surface. It's got the washout interior stuff.
Which I do prefer the washout interior over the leather almost, because it is,
it feels
it's
good.
Nice. It feels good, yeah. And it's easier to keep clean than that leather.
Something I've not noticed yet, and I don't know why. I'm gonna try to get my camera down here. There's an American flag etched into the metal part on the shifter knob. I think that's really cool. I wonder if they use that when they ship these to other countries, or if they put other flags on the Bronco handle.
Pretty sure they still get America, baby. Yeah, this is a rig. I mean, you can tell a big difference over the base model. You can tell a big difference over just a standard Sasquatch. The 37s.
And they're super wide too. Like, yeah, his fenders are off, so it looks crazy wide, but his wheels have some offset. I've got the window down. I'm gonna show you in the rear view how much tire sticks out on his rear tire here. It's inches. It's like 3 or 4 inches of tire just sticking out right there. So you're gonna get more wind noise. So if I roll back up, let's get this thing up to speed a little bit. Rolling at 40, no problems. If we get on,
you can hear the tires.
Yeah.
You're just, I mean, with 37s,
with off-road tires,
you're gonna hear them.
Yeah, off-road tires in a 35, you're gonna hear them. But these have no fender flares blocking into that. The bumper in the front is less aerodynamic than the stock. So everything about it is not, it's not made for highway driving, but he, like we said, he already has been on all those trails out in Colorado.
He drove it all the way to Colorado, man.
Yeah, and if you want to see all those videos that Mitchell's done, he's got a whole collection. I think he did like 7 videos on that trip. So it's awesome content if you ever wonder what it looks like to take a big road trip and go off-roading in a new Bronco, and he already had it fully customized when he got out there. So we're going up a pretty steep hill at this point.
You put it to the floor, it's still got pep up a hill.
Now this is it is the bigger engine. This is the 2.7.
It is.
And it has no trouble rolling these 37s over. Do we want a 5.0 in it?
Of course we do.
Absolutely. Is the Raptor motor going to come, or the Raptor Bronco going to come with the 3.5 twin turbo EcoBoost, or the 3.0?
It's the
twin
3.5.
Turbo. It is the 3.5.
It is 3.5.
Guys, like, all the griping we do about 5.0s, and you know, like on this channel, we got a bunch of 5.0 cars. Even our GT 500's a 5.2. It's still the modular 5.0 Coyote motor, just changed a little different. When you put the 3.5 twin turbo in this, even if you've lifted it and put it on 37s,
it's gonna pull.
It's gonna pull hard. It's gonna be lighter than an F150. An F150's with an EcoBoost are already fast. It's gonna be insane.
So how is it over there, Brad?
I will say this, it's a little more floaty. We've driven a Badlands, a Big Bend, a Black Diamond, like we've
35s on it, you know.
Sasquatch packages. This floats more, and it's probably got more to do with this bigger lift. I think it's a 2-inch lift.
And the 37s.
Yep, when you put those two together, it does float more. We're on the interstate now up to 60. We'll get to 70 here in just a second.
I'm not sure that this isn't even like a 4-inch lift on this thing.
It might be on up there. We'll figure that out for you. I hear more wind noise at 60 and 70 miles an hour. You hear these lights catching air a lot, and then you got a whole lot more coming up under the bottom of the Bronco. When you're down lower and you got kind of more wind deflection, you're not getting as much up underneath, and that's where you get that float. If you get anything up in the air and you drive it fast, it's going to float because it's not aerodynamic anymore and it's not on the ground, cutting that air and making it go around the sides. It's actually getting up under the vehicle, and then all bets are off. You lose a lot of control at that point. Is it a nice drive? Heck yeah. If you want a Bronco and you're going to go off-road some, or you want that look, Absolutely. It's not a race car, so you got to keep that in mind and take the float with a grain of salt. It's just part of it.
I would say, even with the 37s and the lift and all that, this is still a much better ride than a comparable Jeep with a solid axle.
Absolutely.
It's cushy,
yep.
It's comfortable, it is a little floaty, but it's way more comfortable than a Jeep.
100%. So one mod thing that I'll point out, and guys, it's going to take a camera relocation kit. If you put a big winch on the front of your Bronco, probably any of them, and you look at your all-around camera, if you've got this upgraded, you know, ginormous screen, this is your front park view.
Yep, you're just going to see the winch, but you do have sensors still, so you can still hear it beep and everything, but you're not going to have that view anymore. What's the rear? Put it in reverse, Brad. So in reverse, he's got a little bit of tire. It's not that bad, even with a 37, but that is coming from a
35 Sasquatch Badlands.
Exactly.
So if you'd come from a non-Sass Badlands, then that would be bad, because this camera
it would be out to here probably.
Yep,
for sure.
But that's a problem. There's going to be a camera relocation kit at some point, I'm sure. Let's drive the new Roush truck. Okay, the GT is next. This thing is next level. I can't wait for you to see us take a ride in that. Both of us are going to ride, but right now, boom, the new Roush truck. Sam's going to give us the rundown on what this entails. We're going to take it for a quick drive. This will just be quick because we want you to hear that new Roush exhaust on this thing.
So this is one of the new 21 Roush F150s. One of the major things they give you is this Roush grille.
It's got a satin or a matte finish on it?
Yeah, it's kind of a neat finish. It's different than the anthracite looking finish that is on my vehicle.
Yep.
These actually are translucent and light up at night. So that's something that's kind of different about this grille. Still got the integrated camera, but it's not in a Ford emblem. It is down here.
This kind of knocks off the STX a little bit, which is not a bad thing. Yeah. That's a good thing. My STX right over there. So they've kind of got that look of the small openings here. That's nice.
You know, this is one of the most dramatic things this year on this truck. It does have some hood decals.
So not a different hood, but you got a couple little inset vinyls.
You get the piece up top.
That's a nice touch. I didn't even notice that. So on this magnetic truck, you can't see a lot of the black accent as well, but there's like an eyebrow up top with a cutout for Roush.
The Roush truck comes with custom Roush wheels. You can only get these from Roush. I do believe you can order these separately as a standalone product, but that's what comes standard on the Roush trucks.
They're putting some General Grabber ATs on there. Hey, another Roush sticker.
Roush sticker.
There's 47 on here. Roush across the bottom. Comes with drop down steps on this truck. The exhaust is, we're going to get to the back in just a second.
So this is newly designed Roush active exhaust. They changed the design from previous years. The fitment is almost exactly the same. I think everybody's seen some of our videos where we've showed that. Some of the flange at the front end is a little bit different, but they did redesign this, and kind of interested to see what it sounds like.
We're told we may have a little whistle, like we're burning out. When you just do a normal acceleration, it sounds like a burnout, and they're actually doing some re-engineering, and they're making a fix for that.
Yeah, so we want to check that out here in a minute.
You've got a flag back here. I'm sure there's one on the other side as well, and then a small applique here as well that's reversed out Roush. So it's less loud than in years past, but a nice overlooking. I mean, the fender flares. Let's talk about that.
It does have fender flares.
Yep. So this is that same finish that's like a satin, almost flat. Now, it was controversial.
They did scrap the side body, the body kit that was going on these. Where it is, they were having fitment issues and it was too hard to put on. Some people say not enough people liked it. That's up for y'all to decide. Not really sure there, but
drive this truck. Take me for a ride.
Let's see what it drives like. Hey, this is exactly like my truck. You do get a Roush badge.
That's metal.
It does come with WeatherTech branded
Roush branded WeatherTech mats. I don't know if there's any other Roush Easter eggs in here, but let's hear this exhaust real quick, guys, and then we're jumping in the GT in just a second. So we're gonna listen for this exhaust here. Stock Coyote motor, Roush active side exit.
That is insane. Do you guys hear that? I hope this comes across on camera.
Let's do it again.
I'm gonna go full acceleration, and it is going to sound like we are doing a burnout. Not doing it that time.
Sounds like a tire's breaking loose back there. It's obviously not. It's a stock motor Coyote. He's gonna stop here and we'll do it again from a dig. We're doing a dig in a Mitchell's.
Oh, we're not going
we're not
crazy.
hamming it, but let's hear it.
Oh gosh, I'm rolling in. There it is. There's some resonance in that exhaust that they are evidently working on. There are parts available and they are shipping those out, I'm told.
So here's how this system's set up. It goes from exhaust manifolds down to a single pipe into the Roush muffler, comes out double pipes, okay, back into a single pipe, and then out to a double tip at the very side. So there's a whole lot going on with that, and I'm gonna bet you they've got some kind of fix to get that noise to stop. 'Cause, I mean,
it literally sounds like tires break loose.
yeah, it's not real cool, I guess is what I would say, but they'll get that fixed. Let's go ride in a carbon Ford GT. I do want to point a few things out on this before we jump in. We have carbon fiber wheels, fancy, but we have carbon ceramic brakes, guys. If you don't know, and this is on the rear, I don't know if anybody puts them on just the front. This is the big boys, like this is where you need them. This is where all the weight of the car shifts up when you hit the brakes hard. But you got carbon ceramic brakes. Those things don't fade like traditional steel brakes. So they're gonna go on a track a lot longer before you're gonna lose any braking power. This thing is carbon, like the whole door is carbon. When we open one up here in just a second, you'll see that, but that whole tub's carbon. Obviously, with the engine bin in the rear, you suck the air in right here. These are gigantic intercoolers. I'll bet you get some leaves through there as well. So I don't know how you clean that out once you get stuff in there. You don't drive this on a rainy day probably anyway, but the actual, I guess that's plexi, has holes in it to let air come out or heat come out. So I'm feeling the heat right now. You got carbon fiber all up in that engine bay, guys. It's crazy. Clear coated carbon fiber on the outside. The stripes are, I mean, geez, there's no lip there, guys. Like, it's perfectly smooth across there. So here's your carbon. The whole thing's carbon. This is the wing that pops up, but it's painted. Mitchell, help me out here.
Yeah,
this is painted.
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's exactly right. So from the factory, the whole car is made out of this carbon fiber weave. What they did, because this is a carbon series, is they taped off these stripes. They painted the whole car. They peeled the tape back, and you've got the bare exposed carbon. This is basically an absence of paint, is what it boils down to.
It's got a clear sprayed over it.
That's exactly, and it's got the clear.
You wrapped it in satin paint protective film.
Yes.
And that's why we don't get the high gloss sheen off of anything on this car. Right. Curves look they just look better in satin. The tips right in the middle are crazy. I know you saw them from behind earlier. And then all carbon. I mean, look at this diffuser, guys. Like, it goes on for days. This looks active. It is.
It is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they do that to basically keep you from getting a high pressure situation. So all the air intake comes in from the front side of that fender, and most of the air goes into the vehicle or to the motor, but for the stuff that doesn't make it, it actually comes straight out the middle.
I mean, I'm feeling heat coming out right here, guys. They just took it on a rip. That's nuts. That's insane. Let's get in this car. I want to show you getting in this thing.
Okay. So fun fact, you've got a latch system. So if you press the latch and then you pull it up, it won't open.
Okay.
You actually have to do it fast.
You have to know what you're doing.
That's exactly right. It's 1, 2. Everything in this car is designed to happen fast. The suspension pops up fast. The lift is fast.
Wow.
You have the door you have to open up fast. You can't baby this car. You have to actually commit to everything in this car.
Let's see Mitchell Watts get in.
Oh yeah, there's a right and a wrong way to do this. You got to sit your butt down first, okay? So you sit your butt down just like this, which, by the way, you might want to take anything sharp you have in your pocket. You might want to take that out first.
You're about to get.
So you sit down just like this, and then you basically just fall back.
Slide in. Oh my goodness.
And then you kick your feet in.
Now, I do want you guys to notice, like, this is carbon fiber, this whole tub. So that's like any hypercar you're gonna see.
That's right.
You've got carbon fiber tub here, and this is not an applique pushed over. Like, that's what this car is made of. This is the chassis right here. Like, this is carbon fiber. Like, Guys, this thing is insane. You've even got an air inlet down here low behind the tire right there. I'm just gonna show off a little bit here. Carbon across the dash. You got to pick the specs on all this. You guys got 100%. To pick it all out.
This was brand new for us, and we're just so honored that Ford Motor Company allocated this car, because they built 1,350 of these from 2017 model to 2022. So it's a very limited production run. So we're just honored that Ford actually chose us.
Of carbon, how many?
Oh, very few. I don't know. I don't know the spec
Probably
on that.
The low hundreds.
I would say less than, maybe right around 10% of all Ford GTs, maybe a little less, were of the carbon spec.
Jeez, and when you throw the color in there too, guys, this is like a one-off car. And you got Alcantara all across the top of the dash, all up the A-pillar, and all up in the headrest. Well, I'm gonna go jump in this thing, and let's go for a rip. I'm trying to do this like he said. You push this, you pull that, boom, first timer. And yes, they suicide up. Even the air inlets right here are carbon. Hey, wow, look how wide this is. Like,
it is. It's designed for your butt.
It's designed to have strength out here from carbon fiber, but they're not giving you the extra room outside.
That's right.
Or inside. Well, I did it wrong.
I told you how to do it.
Put your butt in, slide in. Now I'm about 4 inches shorter than him. Even the handle that you grab right here, guys, is Alcantara. That makes some people nervous to touch Alcantara because they feel like they're gonna mess it up. But that's what it's made for. Yeah. I haven't hugged Mitchell ever.
We might as well be doing that right now. I mean,
we're elbow rubbing buddies now. My wife says I have a crush on you, but now I'm not gonna be able to live that down. We talk on the phone quite a bit about stuff, especially with Sam's Supercharger coming. Let's go for a rip.
Okay, so another fun fact about the GT is that there are no air vents in the dashboard. And the reason for that is that dashboard is designed to be a structural piece that ties in with the titanium roll cage that's behind the A-pillar itself. So that's the reason they had to put the AC vents in the actual doors.
In the doors over here. And I feel good. It's not a luxury. I mean, I guess it is a luxury, but it's not made for luxury. Now, he just points something else out. This is crazy. We have half a tank of gas, but a notice has popped up on the dash. I'm going to show you what it says. 33 miles to empty. I don't know if it's going off of his driving habits.
No, it's a really small tank.
It's a tank that's the size of your wife's bladder, okay? As soon as you get in the car, it's time to go pee for her. It's time to go fill, you go from red light to red light, it's time to fill up the GT.
All right, let's go take this thing for a spin. Enough talking, let's go.
Twist knob.
Yep.
Red button. Couple little knobs in here.
I forgot to tell you. So since the seat doesn't slide anywhere, I need to bring the steering wheel closer to me. So you got one lever that brings it out, and then you've got another lever that can take it even further or further away, whichever one you want to do. So yeah, that's about right where I would like it.
The situation going on over here on these buttons and knobs, we're not going to go through all this. Guys, if you want to know all the details about this car, Mitchell has videos in depth about everything on this bad boy. Go check his video out if you want to know more about this car or anything we've done today. Like I mentioned earlier, his Bronco videos are all over their channel with his new custom Bronco, and I'm sure he knows a whole lot more about it than we do. But let's rip this thing. Wow. I feel like I don't know what to do with my hands. No, this feels very race car.
I'll tell you what to do with your hands. Press that front liftgate button right there.
Lift button here, boom.
See how fast that was?
We're up. Yep.
It's
instantaneous.
And then you press it again.
We're down. Oh my goodness. It's like a 1 second. It's a pop up, pop down. And our new C8, I'm sorry, I know a lot of people don't like the C8 on our channel, but it does have a lift. It takes a good 4 or 5 seconds to be able to get up and down. It does have memory, and I don't think this does because race car, but ours will remember where we put it up before on the C8, and a lot of like Lambos and stuff will do that, where it remembers where the bumps are. And this thing, you got to remember, or you've probably broken a, I don't know, probably a $15,000 front chin splitter.
It's probably a lot more than that because it's actually tied into the rest of the body panels.
Race car.
Yeah, he said because race car.
Race car.
Put it in manual mode.
It's in manual, so we got Mitchell on the shift. Here we go, he's shifting down, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I wasn't ready for that. That hits different. Dual clutch transmission.
Yes, yeah.
Similar to the 500. better than the 5? Probably better.
Yeah, a lot better. In
Okay.
my personal opinion, the 500 is fantastic.
That was quick.
This is something that I've never personally experienced before.
That was quick.
So you feel how fast it, I mean, it shifts pretty well spot on. I mean, it's
very fast. Thousandths, not hundreds.
so like if I downshift,
Guys, this is unbelievable. I'm glad, like, this is the reason to start a YouTube channel and try to grow it, is to be able to have experiences like this, because legit, Mitchell was able to do this because of his YouTube channel, because of his dealer status. They've just done this a lot, and they promote Ford a lot. But you don't have a lot of friends that just own a Ford GT in life, and if you do, they got to be good friends with you for them to want to go out and rip it with you. This thing, guys, the price tag on the car.
it is between 6 and 7.
Between 6 and 7, but the value
Closer to 7.
is irreplaceable.
That's
you
right.
can't buy another one. You have to get an allocation for this with an application. You can't do that. It's a over $1 million car.
Last I looked on the Auto Trader, most of them are going for 1.1 to 1.2.
And it's just going 60. That was awesome. Like,
No,
that's
speed limit. That's how fast we were going.
But we're on a road. The speed limit's 80 on this road, so we were under. We were 20 under. We're in. We drove all the way down to Guadalajara. I don't even know what country that's in.
I don't either. That might be an island.
All right, I'm going to show you out in front here. We're going to do a little road pull here.
Let me get them out of the way. This is more or less a road that's good for twisties, but
oh my goodness. Hey, I've noticed something. So down in the floorboard, there's a little kick plate where my feet are. And when I got in, it was a little annoying. I was like, well, this is in my way. I know what it's for now. I need to be able to press off of that so I don't look like a complete moron when he's doing a pull. This thing launches. It weighs nothing. It's a go-kart with a big EcoBoost that's tuned up to the hill.
that's right. That's right. Well, not only is it just tuned up, but everything on the motor inside is made out of forged or titanium. It's a really, really expensive motor. I don't even know if you can buy this motor, but if you did, it'd probably cost you every bit of 80 grand if I had to guess.
Yep.
Just for the motor.
It hits different in the chest, guys. It's not the seat belt. It's pushing me into this seat so hard. It just hits different. This is insane. That's what you say.
So is this the fastest car in the planet? No, absolutely not. But there's something weird about having those twin turbos right behind your head.
Yep.
It's the experience. It's the speed. It's the experience. It's the sound. It's the feel. I mean, it's nuts.
It's another level, guys.
Yeah.
This is a hypercar. All right, another pull. You don't get used to it either. Like, maybe just a little bit, but this is nasty. This is insane.
Downshift.
Down into 2. Down into 1.
It's amazing how fast you get to 30 miles an hour.
Guys, that is the fastest 0 to 30. It took
30.
my voice a little bit. 0 to 30. That is the fastest 0 to 30 that I've felt today.
Today. I was going to say, it's because you hadn't drove the Wolf yet today.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know the numbers on this car. This has no trouble launching, and it's it's 2, right?
Yeah,
Two-wheel drive.
just a rear-wheel drive.
Just rear-wheel drive. Motor's over, almost over the rear axle, not all the way over the rear axle. And this is insane. This is next level. We're going to jump back on the interstate and go pick Sam up, because Sam needs to experience this as well. The sounds this car is making behind my head, I know it doesn't translate on camera, and I apologize for that, guys. I'm sorry. I wish I could make it. I wish you could be in this. No, I don't. I don't wish you were in this car with us right now, but I wish you could experience these sounds. It sounds like Transformers going off behind our ears right now. When you hear everything spool up and pop, the trans is back there too. So you're hearing trans noises, you're hearing exhaust noises. Everything about this is an experience, and I think that's the point of internal combustion engines at this point in the game. Yes, a Tesla Model Plaid is S-Plaid is faster, blah, 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 blah.
It's not as fun as this, though.
It's not as fun as this. You're not as cool as if you have one of those as you are if you have one of these. Mitchell is 42% cooler to me now that I've ridden in his Ford GT, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
He only loves me for my car.
I liked him before he had the Ford GT. So I've been here.
That says something.
I'm an OG Mitchell fan. When you look in the rear view, you see a hole in the car right there, guys. That's not only is it an amazing, like, it's a supercar rear view mirror, but you got this hole in the car right there, and that's what you see when you look over. That's awesome. We're gonna test the brakes right here. So we're coming up to the off ramp. This is about the end of my ride. Sam's gonna jump in, and we're doing the speed limit. And we're gonna, I'm ready. I'm ready for this. Oh, I'm not ready! Oh!
Not bad. That's a weird feeling.
I don't have whiplash after that, but I might have broke my collarbone. This is a race car.
Also, that was in sport mode. That wasn't even in track mode. It will actually stop quicker in track mode because the suspension is stiffer. It doesn't.
Okay, so I got you last time when we were down here doing burnouts and pulls, and that was awesome. But you just got me, dude. Like, legit, I wasn't expecting this car to perform like it does. The look is every bit a hypercar. The performance is insane, guys. This is nuts. Let's let Sam go for some rips. Oh,
How is it?
It's crazy. You go ride. You'll see. Put your butt in it. Butt and twist.
There you go. Fall back.
First time in the Ford GT, I gotta say, this is the smallest cabin I've ever been in with two big guys.
Yeah.
This is a tight spot.
You got to really love the person you're sitting next to.
You do. Good thing I just ate Taco Bell.
Oh, why did you do that? I can't hit it because there's a Bessemer police officer right there. We haven't made it down to Mexico yet.
It's a short trip from Bessemer. It's like just down the road.
Oh crap, he's following me.
Just talking to a few of Bessemer's finest about the car.
He said he wanted me to rev it. You think I should?
Give him a little taste. Thanks, guys.
You gotta love cool police officers.
Gotta love them. It's got some sauce. First true launch. And the brakes. Yes.
Brakes work well too, don't they?
Brakes work better than the motor. That is the sign of a true supercar. When the brakes work better than the gas pedal. Man, that is awesome.
Absolutely.
That is.
It's a lot of fun, that's for sure. I just love how raw it feels.
They made an EcoBoost sound good.
I know.
They did. That sounds amazing.
And that's proof that it can be done.
Yes.
It just costs a lot of money to do it.
It does. Lots of titanium and stuff to do that.
That's right. All right, ready, set.
This is a very quick car. Wow.
It's not as fast as the Wolf, but it is so much fun. The experience is just amazing. Like the sounds, the feel,
I can only imagine being in the driver's seat. I mean, this is a special car. Love the steering wheel, all the gadgets.
I'll tell you, this is my favorite part of the whole car.
The shift light, yeah.
Yes, there's an actual shift light indicator right there, which is perfect for me because sometimes you just don't want to. It's perfectly in the way, if that makes sense.
Really like the style of the Ford GT. In the old Ford GT, all the knobs and everything felt like that old stereo amplifier, that you put in your house and everything. Yep. This one has its own little style, all the buttons and everything. But yeah, this is an awesome car.
Do you think we should just put regular in it?
I think 87 would work. I don't know how long it would work, but
I know it, right?
So is this the where is the filler on it?
The fuel filler is located right here, and just like the GT500, you'd have the capless fuel filler system. Now keep in mind that now the car shows 22 miles until empty. Let's see how many gallons it takes. Make sure you do the 93. That's all jokes aside.
So here,
all 1 gallon of milk full.
Yeah, so this is the storage in the Ford GT, and I mean, maybe 2 gallons of milk.
Maybe. You're definitely not taking this going to golfing. That's for sure. And I will show you another fun fact about the Ford GT is that this wing is actually hydraulic. So it's hydraulic up, hydraulic down, and hydraulic rotating forward for the air brake. They tell you that if you store the car in the down position, it'll actually damage the body of the vehicle. So do you see this part of this wing right here is what happens if you leave it parked for a long period of time, the wing will start to rotate down, pushing this and literally causing gashes in the side of the vehicle itself.
There's not a lot of people that need to know that, Mitchell, but good information.
To me, it's just fun to know stuff like wow, that's kind of cool. Yeah. You know, it's just something you never thought about before.
There are some people starting to notice, if you notice over here. So getting gas in a Ford GT is an experience.
It says thank you.
Is that it?
Surely it took more than $29, but oh, there it goes. It just took it a minute. Yeah, okay, wow, that's full.
So the Ford GT's gas tank
is tiny.
It's tiny.
It's absolutely tiny.
We got 8.7 gallons, and this thing said that it had 22 miles till empty. So go figure.
This is not for fuel economy, that's for sure.
Okay, some stuff just happened. We didn't see it coming. I wasn't planning on doing this because I swore I wasn't gonna do it to this truck again. Let's just show them.
It's amazing. Last time the wind took it that way, this time it took it this way.
So we still have to drive all the way back to Tennessee. It's about a 4-hour drive. We're on about, I mean, they're pretty much bald. They're not race slick at this point, but there's just a little left. We've slung everything again. What you didn't see was some hard pulls that Mike from Autovlog did. He's putting an entire video out of doing hard pulls and some interstate driving with the truck. His own burnout, some crazy stuff, some great footage. So you're gonna wanna check that out on Mike's channel over on Autovlog.
I'm over here putting the 93 tune back on the truck. We got down here and we can't find any E85 anywhere. Drove around for a couple places. We're throwing it back to 93. Well guys, that was quite the adventure just to bring my truck down here to get the supercharger put on it from Whipple.
We'll be back to get that picked up here in just a few days, but
there was an adventure today.
A lot happened. We did interview Mike while we were down here, so we're gonna have a full video on that, kind of behind the scenes on his YouTube journey and on his come up story. Obviously you're gonna want to catch out his video totally destroying the tires in this truck and doing some hard pulls. Unexpected things happen when you're doing that kind of stuff, so there was a pop that happened, and I don't know what that means for the transmission or for the fall with this truck going forward. So we'll have to get back to Tennessee, tear everything apart and see what's up. The brakes are shot again, so I guess it's back to the drawing board to get the Wolf put back together and be able to race some stuff. I'm looking for a Lambo to race. If you have a Lamborghini Huracan and you want to race, hit me up. Hey guys, I know it was a long upload today. Thanks to Mike for showing off his cool stuff, his new truck. We can't wait to see his Whipple get on there. Thanks to Mitchell for having us down, letting us drive all these amazing cars. These are experiences, guys, and every time we come down here, like it's an 11 kind of day. Hey, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.